Coming up on OU Nightly, I-35 at a standstill. We are live at the scene with the latest. And SGA President Carter Strickland resigns. Find out why and who will replace him. Plus, stocks continue to fall. Hear what experts say are causing stock market turbulence. This is OU Nightly.
Cars are starting to move on I-35 after a semi-truck crashed. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Spencer Plato.
And I'm Colson Pocock. Cars were previously in a standstill. We begin tonight with OU Nightly reporter Abigail Franklin live at the scene. What are you seeing, Abigail?
Well, I'm here near the I-35 southbound lanes just before exit 109 to Main Street here in Norman. And what I can tell you right now is that crews have pretty much been able to clear the entire scene. I'm going to step out of the way here really quick. You can see behind me that it's completely clear. Traffic is moving at a really good steady pace here. If we can go ahead and pull up some video we had from earlier, people coming off the exit here off 35. You can see the accident here involved a 18-wheeler, it looks like. And what we know right now is that there were hazmat crews that were out here earlier, possibly cleaning up a spill. There were reports of diesel being the culprit here of that spill. We're not 100% sure yet. We have reached out to Norman Police Department as well as Oklahoma Highway Patrol. They have not confirmed any of the situation to us, but we are reaching out to them, trying to figure out what exactly happened. Again, good news here. If you come back to our live shot again, you can see there's good traffic flow here. If you see on your map that there's possibly still some congestion on I-35, that's a little bit further south of here for Highway 9 construction. But again, we're going to be monitoring the situation and let you know exactly what happened as we get the information as well. For now, live in Norman, Abigail Franklin, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Abigail. OU Student Government Association's 59th president resigns after being impeached last month. Former SGA President Carter Strickland shared a letter Friday afternoon announcing his vice president, Avery Dunlap, will serve as the next SGA president. In the letter, Strickland expressed his support for the new SGA president, writing, "Vice President Avery Dunlap has my confidence in her abilities to serve as the 60th SGA president. I look forward to her continuing our campaign platform and working with SGA leadership."
And tomorrow is a big day on campus as OU gears up for their annual Giving Day. Giving Day is a fundraising campaign that takes place for 24 hours and occurs across all 3 of OU's campuses. The event is to gather donations to help support students, departments, programs, and research. The day will kick off tomorrow at 8 a.m. with free food right here on the South Oval for students with a student ID. If you would like to give back to Gaylord or others on campus, you can use the QR code on your screen now to search where you can donate.
Well, we got some great weather coming up if you are planning to attend tomorrow's Giving Day celebrations on the South Oval.
Let's head over to OU Nightly meteorologist Aiden Bruns, who is tracking the weather switch up. Aiden?
Colson, Spencer, it was such a gloomy weekend, and the rain started on Wednesday where we were just under 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, but Saturday we were just about at an inch here in Norman. So we've totaled out 2.07 inches of rain just so far this month. Our Oklahoma City average is about 3.25 inches of rain, but thankfully we're starting to see a switch up today and heading into this week. OU Nightly meteorologist Dylan Strelko is outside with a look at what it's feeling like right now. Dylan?
Yeah, guys, the sun is shining out here today. The grass is turning green. The flowers are blooming. Definitely feeling a lot more like spring, lot different than it was this past weekend. But taking a look at that 24-hour temperature change, we're seeing temperatures across the state getting 10 to 20 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. So yesterday they were only getting into about the 40s to 50s, but today we're looking at our current temperatures across the state. We're getting well up into the mid to upper 60s, and we'll see those temperatures continue to rise as we go throughout the week, as well as that welcome sunshine. Aiden?
Thank you so much, Dylan. Yeah, it's looking beautiful out there and in the next coming days. So we're going to go over the storm reports from this weekend, as well as how much of that rainfall hit the rest of the state and how long this warm weather is going to stick around.
Thanks, Aiden. With stocks closing today, multiple countries across the globe are already starting to see negative effects caused by new tariffs that started Saturday. CNN's Amy Kiley has the story.
The tariffs are coming.
The Trump administration is doubling down on tariffs as stock markets around the world plunge. Those in Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Australia, and New Zealand report early losses today. Tumbles in U.S. stock futures yesterday follow back-to-back sell-offs last week.
I went back and I looked for drops of 15% with a president who was inheriting a bull market. There's only one dude on your screen. It's Donald John Trump.
Here's the president responding last night when asked about the market volatility.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
A universal 10% tariff on all imports is now in effect after starting on Saturday. This Wednesday, additional duties on products from dozens of countries are set to begin.
There is no postponing. They are definitely going to stay in place for days and weeks.
President Donald Trump says he only wants to make deals with countries that close trade deficits with the U.S. He insists tariffs will be good for Americans in the end and predicts a resurgence of U.S. manufacturing. Experts agree the duties might help certain domestic producers, but most mainstream economists say they will also lead to higher prices.
Basically, at this point, you average all these different companies together who put forecasts out on the chance of a recession. It's about 50-50.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
After stocks closed at 3 p.m., the Dow finished down at 0.91%, and the SP 500 finished down at 0.23%. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq index went up 0.10%.
Tens of thousands of people gather across the nation protesting the current president's policies in what is called the Hands-Off Rally. OU Nightly's Emily LeBeth is following this and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
Colson, the hands-off protesters say they organized a pro-democracy movement in response to attacks on their American rights.
We'll never be divided.
They want to stop corruption in the Trump administration, minimize federal budget cuts, and end attacks on immigrants and other communities. The rallies over the weekend remained peaceful, with authorities saying no arrests were made. President Trump is meeting with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss tariffs and the war with Hamas.
We will eliminate the trade deficit with the United States.
Foreign leader to visit Trump since he first unleashed the tariffs last week. Officials say several countries have approached the White House to discuss trade. The Supreme Court pauses an order to return a Maryland man to the U.S. who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador. The government claims Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia is part of the MS-13 gang, which his attorneys deny. His family says they are feeling his absence.
Children lost their father, and I lost the love of my life.
Garcia will remain at a prison in El Salvador until further notice. A new deadline for his return has not been set. Spencer, Colson.
Thanks, Emily. Coming up on OU Nightly, a potential trade war has sparked financial concerns for the country.
Hear how a decline in the stock market could impact your retirement fund.
And how toy stores are feeling the effects of new tariffs.
Hear what this could mean for the import of toys and small businesses in the country when OU Nightly returns.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
President Trump is threatening additional tariffs on China, raising concerns about the potential for a trade war. OU Nightly's Whitney Smith is following this story in today's Money Matters.
The president says he's ready to add an additional 50% tariff on China. This comes after China imposed a 34% tariff on imports of U.S. goods last week.
Hundreds of billions of dollars a year they'd make on us on trade, and it shouldn't be that way. And
Trump says the additional tariffs would take effect midweek if China doesn't remove its retaliatory tariff by noon Tuesday. As concerns rise about investment portfolios, and financial experts have advice for those nearing retirement. Experts recommend working an extra year to meet long-term financial goals, cutting back on unnecessary spending, and diversifying investments. For those not yet investing, now may be the time to start. Financial experts urge staying the course as markets historically recover over time. And as some of the president's tariffs took effect over the weekend, toy and hobby store owners say they're preparing for the worst. Local and small businesses say they mainly import from the countries that are now facing some of the highest tariffs. According to the Toy Association, nearly 80% of toys coming into the U.S. are from China. Tech company Apple says they're ready to change course and bring in more iPhones from India instead of China to avoid the higher tariffs. Spencer Colson.
Thanks, Whitney. Coming up on OU Nightly, a new bill is threatening the Oklahoma mountain lion population.
Find out more on how special permits will be given to a select few through the state's wildlife department. Next.
Full forecast, we'll go over this temperature switch up and a little bit of a recap of what happened over the past weekend.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Oh, right. Look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs.
We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable.
Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org.
OU Nightly, we are definitely seeing a different story as we start off this week compared to the last week. Here's some of our reports that we've got from the Storm Prediction Center of the storm reports that came in over the past week from March 30th till now. 172 tornado reports. Now, these aren't necessarily all confirmed reports of tornadoes because there still needs to be some surveys done, but these reports came in to the National Weather Service in the past week. 1,760, reports from really strong wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, and then 668 hail reports as well. So it was a really active severe weather week for us, and the good news is that's starting to change up not only the storm reports but also the rain totals. 2.4 inches about here in Norman, and already getting to see close to 5 inches in McAllister over there. So the entire state got quite a bit of rain, a little bit drier out in the Panhandle and out west, but we're drying up this week is the good news. And looking outside on our Weather Center camera, it just looks beautiful. The grass is green, so that's what helped us with all the rain, but sunny conditions. Looking outside, temperatures staying at 64, so we're a little bit cooler still, but it's feeling a lot nicer. Winds are just at 8 miles per hour out of the northwest, but we are expecting them to pick up as we go into tomorrow. Staying pretty calm tonight, but they're going to get a little bit gusty, getting into that 20 mile per hour range tomorrow morning at 21 miles per hour, and then even a little bit higher still, closer to 30 at a little bit tomorrow or on Wednesday afternoon for us. So just keep that in mind with your plans, but the temperatures are looking much nicer. Still cooler overnight tonight since we're trending upwards. We're still on that slower step of the temperature trend, but tomorrow we're still going to get closer to 70 degrees for the afternoon, a little bit cooler in the morning. So keep that in mind. Maybe dress in layers tomorrow as you're headed out to work or class. But temperatures across the region, we're expecting to see some cooler temperatures out east, pushing towards 80 out in Guyman, but Oklahoma City at 72. So looking quite nice and sunny as well. So definitely take advantage of it because it's been a while since we had it just because of all of last week. But the good news is it's going to stick around throughout the rest of this week. 77 for a high is what we're expecting on Wednesday. A little bit of a cool down on Thursday, but again, look at all the sunshine. A little windy, like I said, guys, but I'm definitely going to take advantage of this. Maybe tell my friends we need to go play some pickleball this week.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the sun finally.
Yes, maybe some tanning going on.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go out with my roommates and play some basketball outside when we get back. So
that sounds good.
All right, thank you guys. A proposed bill would allow select people to hunt mountain lions in Oklahoma. Senate Bill 1073 would give the Department of Wildlife a maximum of 5 special permits to be given out by lottery system. According to the Department of Wildlife, there have only been 81 mountain lion sightings since 2002. Ingrid Jafrida, the executive director at Wild Care Oklahoma, says there's no need to hunt mountain lions in the state.
It does not make sense. And so it would just be decimation of an already in danger animal because of the amount of development and hunting and ranching and what have you that interferes with wildlife, road building that already interferes with wildlife's natural behavior.
If passed, the bill is set to go into effect on November 1st of this year.
And the season may be over, but OU men's basketball picked up some pretty big wins today.
And both OU gymnastics squads had a lot to look forward to after a huge weekend. Andrew?
Yeah, and we'll see if OU baseball could wrangle the Bayou Bengals, and our weather team might disagree, but fall's coming early for Sooner fans as spring football is in full swing. Up next in sports.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it good?
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And it's time for sports. After years of portal exits, it looks like Porter Moser finally found a way to bring back some key pieces. Despite losing a combined 1,122 points to the NBA draft in Jeremiah Fears and Jalen Moore, OU men's basketball isn't losing all their production. The Oklahoma boy Dayton Forsyth announced his return, along with big man Mo Wagee, guard Jadon Jones, guard Jeff Wanquo, and Kuwal Attack all announced their return to the Sooners today on social media. Along with the return to some outside help by way of South Bend, Indiana, Notre Dame forward Tay Davis announced his commitment to OU earlier today. The 6'9", 200-pounder averaged 15 points and 5 rebounds for the Fighting Irish this past season. And OU baseball found themselves in a top 10 matchup over the weekend, and long story short, it was ugly. The Sooners dropped Game 1 2-0 before getting hammered in Game 2 10-2. Game 3 had a little more life, but it still wasn't enough as LSU completed the 3-game sweep 3-2. Skip Johnson's squad looks to bounce back tomorrow against Dallas Baptist. And OU women's gymnastics won their 15th straight NCAA regional title on Sunday, taking down Auburn, Missouri, and Arizona, punching their ticket to Fort Worth for their 21st straight NCAA championships appearance, but they know there is still some room for improvement.
Just the little things, you know, the middle of the meet got a little bit undisciplined, I would say. And so we really want to just do our best gymnastics because we know we can dial it in a little bit more too.
OU men's gymnastics took home their 20th MPSF conference title on Saturday with wins over Stanford, Cal, and Air Force. After the win, the team forgot their hardware, but it's possible they were just too focused on the NCAA championships next week.
We really wanted to, just have a stronger bond with each other, and to do that, I think it was having some level of respect for every single one of the guys, and I think that each guy here on the team has a role to play, and they're really important.
It's football time in Oklahoma, sorta. The first ever Crimson Combine hits Norman this Saturday at 1 p.m. Sooner fans can get their first glimpse at the 2025 squad, including their first look at quarterback John Mateer, receiver Javani Gibson, and the rest of what Ben Arbuckle's offense has to offer.
Defense and the camaraderie of the offense we're coming along pretty well, and I already know the offense, but I'm really proud of these guys that don't know it or didn't know it. They're really picking it up. Coach Arbuckle's doing a really good job with the culture that we need on the offense, and it's been good.
The Thunder welcomed the Lakers to OKC Sunday. The first half was a massacre, with the Lakers hitting 15 threes to go up before half up 22. The Thunder never found a groove, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's 248-game streak of attempting a free throw coming to an end as the Thunder lose back-to-back games for the first time since November, 126-99. Colson, Spencer.
All right, well, thanks, Andrew. Oklahoma chefs and restaurants are not only cooking up delicious meals, but serving up awards with it.
When OU Nightly returns, find out which Oklahoma City restaurants are being recognized for their taste.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
At the OU Nightly Update Desk, Edmond Police arrest University of Central Oklahoma head football coach Adam Dorrell. Last Thursday evening around 5, Edmond Police, they say they were told Dorrell was driving erratically. While speaking with Dorrell, police say he smelled like alcohol.
How much do you think you've had to drink today?
I've had 2 whiskeys.
2 whiskeys, okay.
After Edmond Police arrested Dorrell, UCO sent OU Nightly a statement saying they're evaluating options to hold the coach accountable. Colson, Spencer, back to you.
Thanks, Cole. 4 Oklahoma chefs in a restaurant have been named as finalists in the 2025 James Beard Restaurant and Chef Awards.
Oklahoma City finalists include Chef Olivier Bouzeron of Femme Maison in Edmond, Chef Zach Walters of Oklahoma City restaurant Sedalia's Oyster and Seafood, and Oklahoma City restaurant None Such. Winners will be announced June 16th.
Well, it's a great day to get out and go sit at your favorite restaurant's patio.
It is nice, and I mean, you could do it all week because temperatures are way different than last week. We're not cold anymore. If you pull up the 7-day for us, it is in the 70s pretty much the rest of this week. A little bit cooler overnight still, but we're right around average for this time of year. Those April showers will hopefully bring us some May flowers and a few breezy days ahead of us, but the rest of this week just looks beautiful, guys. So definitely take advantage of it. Get some sun on your skin because it's going to be nice.
Yeah, hopefully I can get out and go take my dog for a walk after this.
There we go. Yes.
Yes.
I think I might go to the Mont, sit on the patio, enjoy the nice weather.
You can do it whatever day you want.
All right.
All right, well, thank you, Aiden, and thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Spencer Plato.
And I'm Colson Pocock. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.